Today I'll be sharing the steps that I took to volunteer at a hospital in Trinidad and Tobago. Hi! The very first step you want to take is you want to call the hospital that you would like to volunteer at, and you're going to ask what are the requirements needed to volunteer at that hospital. You provide them with an email address as well as your name so that they would email the requirements to you. To obtain the hospital number, go on your browser, type up Ministry of Health Trinidad, go on their website, click on health facilities, and you'll get all the health facilities in Trinidad and Tobago as well as the numbers to contact them. Just a disclaimer, everything I'm saying is based on what I did to volunteer at the hospital that I volunteered at, based on the requirements I was given, and I did my voluntary practice last year, October, November, I believe. But these are the steps that I took. Make sure and call and get your respective information. Use the information that you need from this video. That's it. Step number 2. Getting your mantoux test. I'll put what the mantoux test is on the screen and I'm going to explain all of that, but the first thing you want to do is go to your local health center and ask the doctor for a referral letter to get your mantoux test. They will ask why you want a mantoux test. Just say to the community service or to do your voluntary hours for the field you want to get into, whatever the case may be, because they would ask, and you'll get a letter. Now they just only do letters after 12 on a weekday, and they close at 3. I believe all health centers will be the same. After you get a referral letter, you're going to go to the chest clinic on either a Monday or a Friday, because that is when the mantoux test is done, and you're going to give them a letter and get your test done. Basically what happened is they put a liquid underneath your skin. You come back the Monday, I believe, because 48 to 72 hours would have passed by then. They will check and see how high it is, and you will see if the test come back positive or negative, and you would only be able to volunteer if that test come back negative. So that's why that's the first thing you have to do. Step number 3 is to get your hepatitis B vaccine if you don't already have it. No, I make the mistake. I had my hepatitis B vaccine because I got it in a different form as a child, but it had hepatitis B in the vaccine that I got as a child, and I still went and get my hepatitis B vaccine because I didn't know that. And I mean, nothing happened to me. I'm still here, I'm still alive and well, thank you, by the grace of God. But make sure you do have the vaccine, and you'll go and get the hepatitis B vaccine afterwards, because that was a requirement to volunteer as well. You could get vaccines in your health center on a Thursday afternoon from 12 to 3. Another important thing is you want to get your hepatitis B vaccine after you do your mantoux test, because if you get the hepatitis B vaccine before, you'll have to wait 6 weeks before you could go and get your mantoux test. It also wouldn't make sense to get your hepatitis B vaccine first and then you do your mantoux test and it come back positive, because you still can't volunteer in the hospital anyway. So do your mantoux test first, babes. Now that the heavy stuff out the way, we have letters that we need to get access. The first letter I want to get, well, it don't matter the order, but the first letter is a letter from your institution, from your school, stating that you are part of the school and that they would like you to be a part of their volunteer program. My letter is literally 2 lines. I'll put a picture of it on the screen where my school sent. And then you have to type up a letter stating why you would like to volunteer at the institution. My letter stated that I am a student of blah 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 school, the subjects that I did, the department I would like to volunteer at, how much hours I would like to volunteer for, why I'm volunteering, and a little bit about myself, about why I would like to be in that department, as well as the dates I will be available to volunteer. And also in the requirement, it's stated to give your name, a valid email address, phone number, and what is a letter. So you will have your name, your address, your number, your email, and you're addressing it to the given address in the required document, because it will have an address from the human resource department, and everything when you're given these documents will be going to the human resource training and development department specifically, just to put that out there. And the next letter that I didn't have to do is if you're underage, your parents have to give you permission to volunteer at the hospital. So your parents just need to say like something like, I, Denise Parker, give Jesse and Martin permission to volunteer at, I don't know, the hospital so by so by so at so by so time for so by so long. Something like along those lines is what you're going to do. So the last thing we need from the outside is a certificate of good character. You can go on the TTPS website and make an appointment to get your COC. Now you don't need the official COC, you could just use your receipt. So that is the last thing you need from the outside. Now you need to copy all the documents you need. So you're going to copy your ID card, copy the immunization card stating that you have the hepatitis B vaccine. Also, you don't need to get all 3 shots of the hepatitis B vaccine to be able to volunteer. I only had the first one or the first 2, either one, I can't remember, but I didn't have all 3. More like the story, before I volunteered I still had to get some, so you could start volunteering without having the full dosage. So yes, copy your ID card, copy the immunization card showing that you have the hepatitis B, and copy your mantoux test slip stating that the test was negative. Copy the receipt of the COC and put all the other 8 documents in. So your letter from your school, your letter from that you made, and if you're underage, your consent form from your parents stating that you could volunteer, and you envelope it up and give it to the training and development department, I believe, in the facility you want to volunteer at. And that is it. That is how you would apply to volunteer at a hospital in Trinidad and Tobago. Just a few tips I want to leave with earlier. When you're going to volunteer, don't feel pressured or don't feel like you need to go and buy scrubs if they don't specify, if they don't say you need to wear scrubs while you're volunteering. And I'm pretty sure they wouldn't say that because they didn't tell me anything about that. But if you don't need it, don't buy it, because you're not, first of all, yes, you may actually go into that, but you're not sure if you can remain that same size. Scrubs are expensive, so we just put out there, scrubs are very expensive. And if you don't have like a vehicle or anything, you'll probably be traveling to and from, and even if you have a vehicle, you still have to spend money on gas. So, and you had to eat throughout your voluntary life, so save your money and use that for something else. The next tip I have is don't set your voluntary dates back to back. I do that, and I don't regret it because I finished it faster. But first of all, I had to take 2 weeks off of school to volunteer. It wasn't a problem because I was on top of my work, but like it kind of was a little draining, but it also did give me a perfect picture of if I actually working in that department every day, how it would be. And I did enjoy it, yes, but at the same time, you're probably still a student, and it's not the end of the world to go and volunteer once a week or twice a week. I know some people that volunteer on a Sunday alone for a few months just to gain the hours. So don't feel like you need to volunteer every single day of the week, and have fun with it. You're going there to learn. Go with the mindset of I am going to learn, I am going to educate myself, I am going to see if this is the field I want to pursue. That will be it for this video. I hope it was enjoyable. I hope it, well, not so much enjoyable, but informative. I hope you learned something. I hope I helped somebody in some way, shape, or form. And I wishing everybody the best on the voluntary journey. Voluntary journey. Yes, I try to keep it short and sweet because I talk a lot. But I hope I'll enjoy this video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the family, and I'll try to make as much informative videos as possible. And I start in university in a month, about a month, by the grace of God. So I would be making videos about that in times to come. So be sure to stick around for that if you want to see it. And have a blessed day. Bye.
Darling, you send me. I know you